Okay, welcome Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Funny story. I did your reading on the photo booth. It's not a good idea. Learn from me. Shoot your video in iMovie. Okay. All right. Let me see what we have for Cancers. I don't know if the Matrix hates you or the Matrix hates me. It was a 22-day, but that's in the past. Let me see what we have for Cancers. All right. What do we need to talk about right now, Cancer? What do we have to talk about? And your best advice. Underlying energy. Number 2, Taurus energy here. Development and growth. What we need to talk about is protection from all dangers. Looks like there's a dog, there's a cat. Is that an antelope looking thing? Okay. Number 34. Protection from all dangers. There's predators. It's almost like more than you know, but you do have loyal people here with you. Number 34, 7 energy. The challenge is truth and justice, number 10. More dog energy here, Cancer, as well as truth and justice is the challenge. So these balance might not be in your favor right now. Truth and justice. One energy could be the masculine energy. The best advice here is purification. Yeah, getting rid of this person. Getting rid of these. I think it's just one person. Getting rid of this person. But it's, yeah, this guy's like, could be a cat because it's a lion here, or a Leo, Cancer. Your dog might not like this person. You know what I mean? Looks like they're just looking at what you have. And for some reason, if the truth isn't challenged, you're not being just to yourself. You're not being honest to yourself. Okay. Best advice is purification. Number 32, number of changes, who you're talking to, what you're willing to receive. Purification. Let's get 3 cards to clarify. We'll pull tarot as well. Number 5, yeah, the orphan. Yeah, this person getting snake energy here, but the orphan is, yeah, someone who, of course, didn't have the easiest childhood, didn't have parents, or maybe was lacking some sort of a parent. You know what I mean? What we need to talk about. And there's changes that need to be made with this 5 energy. The challenge is agape. It's candles. What number is that? That's number 67. Yeah, 50, 60. No, sorry, that's 72. 72 is the challenge. So completing, finishing, ending this is the challenge. You're willing to lie to yourself about this person. You feel like they can change. The best advice is the mystic. 21. The temple. 39. Let's see what the tarot has for you, Cancer. I'm getting Leo energy, Taurus energy, the cat, the snake, the dog. A lot of fives energy here too. We got 2 5s here. But what is a agape again as well? Let me Google this. This is a challenge. It's like selfless love. It's in the New Testament. Agape. In the New Testament, the fatherly love of God for humans, as well as the humans' reciprocal love for God. In Scripture, the transcendent agape love is the highest form of love and is contrasted with eros or erotic love and philia or brotherly love. In John 3:16, a verse that is often described as a summary of the gospel message, agape is the word used for love that moved God to send his only son for the world's redemption. The term necessarily extends to the love of one's fellow humans, as reciprocal love between God and humans is made. Yeah, the reciprocal love between God and humans is made manifest in one unselfish love of others. See also charity. Okay, this has to do with 9 energy. What's your true intentions? What's your true intentions? That's why you're willing to lie to yourself about. Yeah, it feels like this is not going to be something that is reciprocal. The mystic is telling you might have to speak up, or you're just going to be there in pain. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. What we need to talk about is this orphan with protection from all dangers, 7 energy. It's like wanting to be with someone because you're lonely. They're actually taking advantage of you. And 4 of Pentacles is you need to protect that from yourself. You can't just be willing to give your time and attention so freely. Specifically your time and even money for some of you. Challenge is truth and justice. Okay. $72. So a bunch of 7s here. And it's clarified with the 4 of Swords. This is your challenge. Truth and justice, being able to be in connections that are balanced and reciprocal. 4 of Swords is the challenge because you're just resting and doing nothing about it. Sleeping on it continuously. Yeah, so you already made your decision about this person. You actually just still want to, Now, your best advice is purification, the mystic, and Page of Pentacles. Could be a Taurus of significance. I'm seeing a cat again. Purification, I feels like you need, that's the mystic right there. You probably need some energy work and someone to protect you. Someone who can show you who's your friends, who's your enemies. The mystic, and it looks like it's almost putting like a force field around them. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Figuring out what direction to go to when it comes to your financial literacy, because this is definitely not the time for you to be stuck in still. Yeah, this is definitely not the time for you to be by yourself. It's much more of this is much more of a karmic year, but it is more of a working material, but with the 26, but it's also bringing karma with that 26. But it's definitely not the time for you to be alone. You're going to see regrets in that case, because there's actually a lot for you to enjoy in connections that are give and take. All right, Cancer. Always got to be a romantic. Always got to be in love. Let me see what we have for the Leos. Let's see what we have for the Leos. Let's see what we got for Leos. We have number 4, what we need to talk about, work, discipline, what you're building. The challenge is finishing things. Number 18, tree of life and wisdom. Best advice is being of service. Number 9, making people better, making things better. We also have chaos, 11 energy somewhere of significance. Leo, what we got to talk about is construction and building. Number 4, building in this material realm. A lot of emotional energy. The challenge is tree of life and wisdom. So that means things that are going to outgrow you. You know what I mean? There is a monkey here, so maybe there's some laziness, like knowing all the knowledge and smart, but being lazy, not applying it. Okay, number 18. Maybe you're adapting from the wrong people. You're taking from the wrong people in that way. Number 9, being of service is your best advice, because making someone better, or it looks like an elder better, someone older than you, could have some good significance for you. The tier, the Bardo, we're gonna have to Google that one. Number 50. We have the snake energy here. We have the crow here. 13. Number 8 is the maiden. Why does it feel like the feminine energy is distracting you from, planting the seeds that are gonna last a lifetime? There's a little bit chaotic energy. There's 11 snake energy. What's the Bardo? Remember, it's an in-between state or a gap, referring most famously to the transitional phase of consciousness between death and rebirth. While often associated with the Tibetan Book of the Dead, it broadly signifies any interval of transition, including life, dreaming, and meditation, offering immense opportunities for spiritual liberation. Yeah, there's something there that has to do with you and a parent or somebody older than you. It's like almost giving back to them, the older generation, the elders, ancestors. More like the elders. Like, these people are alive. I'm not saying like things like that. But you are getting the in-between number 50 as well. There's probably some traveling that's gonna need to be done. Number 50 as well. It's coming up and it's your best advice. Construction and building, number 4, clarified by the tier, what we have to talk about. This is 52. The tier. It's like not letting your knowledge go to waste. You know what I mean? Not letting your knowledge go to waste. Let's get one more to clarify. Significant changes happening here. 4 of Cups reversed. I see you taking the opportunity. I don't see bad things in relationships or things like that. The tier is coming from not sharing what you know. It does something to your heart chakra. Okay, having a way that you can do something in actually person as well, when in regards to your knowledge and teaching. 10 of Swords reversed, because this is not done. It's not close to being done. Okay, what you're constructing and building. Number 4, your work. your disciplines. Okay, your challenge is number 18, Tree of Life and Wisdom with the Maiden. Could be the feminine energy. There's 8 energy here. And 2 of Swords reverse. Yeah, not willing to even think about it. You know what I mean? You're not even willing to think about it as well with this challenge. So again, the best advice is 9 energy. Could be a 9, someone with 9 energy. Looks like obviously like an older woman, you know what I mean? Okay. Or something like that. Oh no, there's 2 people there. Being of service. It's like you can help relationships. Feels like you can help relationships. People who are in between, like they're not done yet, but they can be done as well. It's like you can bring positive changes. And also you have 7 of Wands reversed. Exactly. You teach people how to put their boundaries down. 7 of Wands reversed. And it's coming up as your best advice. So not being on the defense, being open-minded to that as well. Okay, because we're talking about the matrix and using your spiritual knowledge to manipulate and manifest. Okay. These are opportunities that you got to take. All right. Okay. Now let's go for the Virgos. Let's see what we have for the Virgos. Virgo, 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 Virgo. What do we got to talk about? Number 10, Truth and Justice. We have Anubis there, represented by the dog, Anubis. Death, of course. Truth and injustice is what we got to talk about. The challenge is fertility and sex, number 8. I'm not sure if there's issues with getting pregnant or finding someone. Number 8 could be some karmic there. Fertility and sex is coming up as your challenge. Some people say you even trade karma with people you have sex with. I don't know if it's true, but fertility and sex kind of indicating that here. Your best advice, Virgo, leadership. It says the letter C, so the 3rd letter. Communication. I'm also hearing criminal. Underlying energy is 6, care and nurturing, family. Having those beautiful connections that you make with yourself and like your people you love so much, like your children, your family, care and nurturing, someone worth being responsible for, basically. Truth and justice. Truth and justice, what do we got to talk about? So why is truth and justice here? What we got to talk about it? What's the clarifier? Let's see what brings these cards here. I'm not sure why. Yeah, sex and fertility is coming up as your challenge. Let me see here. Leadership is your best advice. So taking action, initiative, masculine energy. In regards to 3, communicating the child, you know. This is some Greek person. Let me Google them again. One sec. 50, 60, 75, 77. Yeah, 77. 5 energy, truth and injustice. It's like Alethea. I'll get it. I'll get it for you. 1 second. Shapeshifter. The shapeshifter coming up as the challenge. 15. Could be a tiger of significance. Dog of significance. Best advice. Best advice. Eros. 50, 60, 71. More 8 energy there. So you got a couple 8s. $77 of 5, 1, 8. Okay, underlying energy. The lover, of course. 42. Another 6 energy. So a couple sixes here. Let me Google this Greek person, Greek mystic person, Alethea, Alethea. Oh, it means the truth, literally meaning unconcealedness or disclosure, often interpreted as bringing hidden reality to light beyond factual accuracy. It signifies a dynamic unveiling of truth. It is also the Greek goddess of truth, known as Veritas in Roman mythology. Daughter of Zeus. It signifies a shift from hiding to revealing, representing an active, ongoing process of discovery. Aletheia. In essence, aletheia is the process of revealing what is hidden or bringing out of concealment. We have the 22 energy. Funny, I have 22% on my battery here on my laptop because we have the black and white, right? It is reminding me of the yin and the yang, the good and the bad in connection and what it comes with. 77, 5 energy. And we were talking about sex and fertility being your challenge. I'm not sure if you're just not having any or what. Of course, the Virgo. Best advice is Eros. Who's Eros again? That's one. Let me see. What's the archetype? 671. Eros is the Greek god of love, desire, and procreation. Often depicted as a winged youth with a bow or as the child Cupid in Roman tradition. This is like why this is your best advice. Careful how you speak. You can make diamonds. You know what I'm saying? As well. Diamonds represent 33 energy as well. Eros is a Greek god of love, desire, and procreation, often depicted as a winged youth with a bow or as the child Cupid in Roman tradition. Early myths describe him as a primordial force of creation, while later stories identify him as the son of Aphrodite. He is strongly associated with passionate and often uncontrollable love. He instills love and passion. That's what you got, leadership with that. He represents sexual power, desire, and philosophy in a life force. So if you're not having sex, it might be time. You do what you gotta do. You do have the lover here as well. 17, what you're wishing for. You know what I mean? Those are your wishes. And it's in your cards. You can speak it into existence. You can vibrate on that frequency. Now you also have the shapeshifter and you're getting the tiger. And we know that the tiger is known to switch up and then just wake up one day and not love you anymore. So that's what you want to make sure. And then again, at the end of the day, those people are not what you're supposed to be doing. People who will change up on you. So you're supposed to be very practical about this with this leadership role and your best advice. Master teacher energy. Let's get some tarot on these. We have here what we got to talk about. 3 of Wands reverse. Okay, I don't see traveling or long distance with this connection. I think that's what the practicality comes in with taking everything into account because you understand that it's not going to be fair. The challenge is the Queen of Cups reversed. Again, the feminine here not finding their emotional counterpart. I don't know, like not being in love basically, or loving someone. The Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. I have Aries energy. Best advice. 7 of Cups reverse. Yeah, you don't have to be confused. You're not confused about anything. I think you already know. The Devil card reverse. Yeah, you're making the right decision. Again, you're very responsible. You know what I mean? You're not going to get trapped because of that. Yeah, there's this diamond energy here. But yeah, the devil card is reversed. So I really like that. I feel like you're too practical to do long distance. It feels like, yeah, you're kind of yearning for someone, but you just don't want people to switch up. You don't want to be taken for granted. But those are basically the blocks that are affecting you in your connection and relationships and your emotions, even your intuition. So best advice is leadership, Eros, which represents love, passion, and desires, and Seven of Cups reverse is being very sure about someone, which you very, I think, are. You're very sure about this person because you know they're a good person. Devil card reversed. You really like the idea of caring for someone, Virgo. That's what you're looking to do right now. Six of energy. Six energy. Okay, Virgo. It was a pleasure. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for your patience. Check out the link tree. We'll talk soon. And of course, I'm available for personal readings. All right. Peace.